Welcome to Mental Beast Radio.
Into the studio. What's up, my brother?
Live it in the flesh.
Absolutely, my boy DAG.
We on, y'all. Let's get
Yeah, got my boy DAG in here. What's going on, Dave?
What's going on, man? Just chilling.
You ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You ready to talk to the people today?
Man, ready to uplift the people, ready to motivate them to move forward and get the best thing that God has for them.
Absolutely. I have an exclusive interview that's gonna take place with my man. You're gonna find out some stuff about him that you ain't know before. You know, so definitely keep I have a very special guest in the studio with me today, and he has a very special segment that he's gonna bless our spirit with, our soul with later on, and then we're gonna do an exclusive interview even after the broadcast. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing great. How you all doing out there in the listening audience?
Man, listen, I can't wait to just unleash this interview on the listeners, man, because you know, I know you're on a mission and you're on assignment, you know, by God, and, you know, you've been speaking and you wrote a book. I can't wait till that's released, you know, so we're gonna cover a lot of that, man. You excited about that?
I'm very excited, man. I tell people all the time, God has given me a voice, and it's my obligation to share with the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we want to make sure you guys keep it locked.
The word of
He got a word of the day.
This is David A. Gethers,
my man.
Mentor, motivational speaker, minister, and author.
Yeah.
And the word of the day is stretch.
Oh yeah. It's time to stretch.
S-T-R-E-T-C-H.
He gonna expound on that.
In order to obtain more. The more you stretch, the more you can have, the more you can be, the more you can handle. Stretch. S-T-R-E-T-C-H.
Yeah, you gotta stretch.
This has been the word of the day, brought to you by David A. Gethers Speak.
Thank you for the word of the day.
I want you to make sure you share this because I'm about to interview a very powerful individual who's making some things happen. And, you know, it's just my honor to actually be in a situation where I can interview him and I can share him with the world. And I can play a part in introducing him, you know, to the world. And that's with none other than my man, Mr. David A. Gethers.
Morning Facebook Live. This is my debut. Pleased to meet you. I look forward to sharing some powerful things with you that will help you transform your life and become all that God has ordained for you to be.
I really want them to mainly see you, you know, but I still want to be able to glass a little bit. You know, Lo said, hey, David.
What's going on, Lo?
Yeah. And then Saita, hey, cuz, what's up, Saita? Listen, man, I know I've been knowing you for a while, but, you know, they don't know you like I know you.
Right.
You know, so I know you're speaking and you wrote your book and, you know, you got some things that's on the horizon. I know you just got your degree,
yes,
you know,
sir.
And you know, your road ain't been easy. You had to overcome some challenges, you know, to get where you have gotten to today. So why don't you kind of share with them, you know, a little bit about David A. Gethers.
Well, David A. Gethers, 45-year-old African-American male. Graduated high school in 1991, and after graduating high school, I joined the United States Marine Corps, and I felt like I was on the right path to do what God had ordained for me to do, and all of a sudden, my career in the military began to shift, and I exited out of the Marine Corps, and I came home, and it was early 1996 when I came home, and during that season, I was kind of lost and unsure of what direction I was going to take for my life, and I began to make a series of bad decisions. And if you know anything about bad decisions, they'll begin to take you down, 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 and down. And so one of those bad decisions I made ultimately caused me to get into an altercation with another young man, and that altercation caused me to take that young man's life. And subsequently after that, I ended up spending 15 years in prison.
15 years.
15 years in prison. And I tell people...
Not 15 days, not 15 months.
15 years.
Wow.
And I tell people all the time, well, those were the best years of my life to date. And the reason being is because I was able to be stripped of everything that was keeping me from becoming who it was I was ordained to be. And sometimes God allows us to go through situations just so that he can get rid of all the bad things, all the impurities in our life, so that we can come forth as pure gold. I'm reminded of the story of the 3 Hebrew boys in the Bible, and they went into the fire bound, and the scripture says that the fire was so hot that the people who put them in the fire were consumed. But interesting about the story is the 3 Hebrew boys were never consumed. And as you get to the end of the story, and I encourage you all to read the story because it will bless your life, the Bible said that they were walking around free in the fire. And so I'm here to share with you and let you know that sometimes God puts you in the fire not to destroy you, but to destroy the things that's on you. Because the Bible said they went in bound, but they were walking around free. I'm going to bless you with that. Sometimes we have things on us keeping us from being all that God had designed for us to be, and he has to put you in some hot situations so that he can burn those things off of you.
Hold on, do you guys hear this? Not just like this, but share this. It's somebody out there this morning that need to hear what this man is sharing with us on today. Somebody out there need to be encouraged, need to be motivated, need to be inspired, need to be blessed with the words that is coming out of this man's mouth. It's powerful. Go ahead. I just had to say it. So make sure you guys share this, so others can be blessed as well. I want to share this blessing because I'm getting it firsthand. I want some people out there to get it as well.
And so I went through that, and I was able to remove the impurities from my life. I was able to get focus. I was able to get direction. And so after that, subsequently, I was released from prison after 15 years. I actually was released September 12, 2013. But while I was there, I got an associate's degree in science. I got a culinary arts degree, and I became a certified HIV counselor.
Hold on. You got associate's degree?
Yes, sir.
In what?
In science.
In science. And what else?
I got my culinary arts degree.
Okay.
And I got an Illinois Department of Public Health certification for HIV/AIDS counseling.
Why you were in prison?
Because I knew that I needed to have some credentials to show that although I made a crucial mistake in life, that I didn't just lay down with that mistake. I knew that I had to have some form of occupation after the mistake. And so I began to prepare myself for life after prison so that I would be able to feed my family, but more importantly, be able to inspire others.
Wow, you hear this? See, life ain't what you go through. Life is what you grow through. And he has grown through his challenging situation. Now, he was released in prison in 2013. You say July?
September 12th, 2013.
September the 12th, 2013. So we're talking about, he's been out free physically because obviously he was free mentally. But he has been out almost 4 years. So talk to us and tell us about what you have accomplished since September 12th, 2013.
Well, since September 12th, 2013, I've earned my bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies. Communication is my focus from Governor State University. I actually became the vice president of the Student Senate at Governor State University.
The vice president?
The vice president.
Come on, man.
Funny story about that is they didn't even want me to be a student, period. And I ultimately became the second most powerful student in the building.
Wow.
And so after that, I started my business called David A. Gethers Speaks. I got married to a beautiful young lady by the name of Tiffany Michelle Gethers.
Yes.
We have 3 daughters together.
Yes.
God has blessed me to purchase my first home, me and my wife. I also wrote a book called Weekday Remedies, W-E-A-K Day Remedies, because it's not about if, but when life gives you a headache, when life gives you a black eye, when life knocks you down, Weekday Remedies will give you what you need to get back up and to get back to life.
Wow. So since September 12th, 2013, since you was released from prison, you done got a bachelor's degree. You became the second most powerful person at Governor State University. And how old is your youngest daughter?
My youngest daughter is 1 year old.
Is 1 year old. You got married, you done purchased a house, and you've been speaking. I know one place, well, actually, 2 places you spoke at. I know you spoke at Urban Prep High School.
Yes.
And then you spoke in the Roseland community at the Youth Peace Center. You know, I just happened to be there. So what other places or opportunities that you have had to impact people's lives with your testimony and or the Word of God?
I actually had an opportunity to speak at Operation Push on their Saturday morning network that goes across the country every Saturday morning. I've spoken there. I've spoken at churches, community centers. I love going to schools to talk to students, preparing the future leaders on what they can do in life. But more importantly, I like to tell people I like to share with people my charge. Live with integrity, live with impact, and live with intention.
Hold on. Live with integrity, live with impact, and live with intention.
Yes, sir.
Can you break those down?
Impact, make a difference. Don't just live, but make a difference with how you live. Live with integrity. Be above board. Be above reproach. You're not saying that you're going to be perfect, but be perfect in your heart. Be perfect in what you're trying to do. And just be fair and honest with everybody you meet. And live with intention. In other words, make sure everything that you're doing has an impact. Make sure that everything you're doing is transformational. Make sure everything that you're doing has a purpose. Living with intention.
Yes, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, you getting a lot of brain food on today. So make sure that you rewatch this broadcast. Make sure that you share it. It's not too late to share it. Share it. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish with the wealth of information you're getting and the brain food that you're getting. We have to share. One of my favorite African proverbs says that don't focus on the harvest you reap. Focus on the seeds that you sow. Sow some seeds in somebody's life right now, this morning, by sharing this. You're not sharing it for me. You're sharing it for somebody who needs to hear this. This man has overcome adversity on some major levels. And what he has to offer, he's giving it. He's on an assignment. He's on an assignment, and he has a laser beam focus on accomplishing his assignment. Talk to us about the word of the day that you gave on the broadcast. You gave the word of the day was stretch. Elaborate on that word.
Yes, I would like to. Well, actually, my pastor, Moses B. Harris Sr., is the one who gave us the word stretch for this year. And the reason why we're stretching is because we want to become more than what we are. We want to become better than what we are. We want to expand who we are. And so I've been living out that creed this year, stretching. And one thing about stretching is it allows you to go further. Let's take a rubber band, for instance. When you stretch a rubber band and release it, it can go further than it would have if you would have just dropped it out of your hand.
Wait, say it again.
If you take a rubber band, when you stretch it and you release it because you stretched it, that rubber band can now propel further. And so we're stretching right now so that we can go further in life, so we can go further in our business, so we can go further in our marriages, so we can go further in our ministries, we can go further in school. Whatever it is that you want to go further in, you got to be willing to stretch in order to go further.
Wow.
Also, when you stretch, you begin to expand.
You hear this, Carolyn? You hear this, Love?
Women, I'm not throwing no shade at you, but women wear stretch pants because they would like to get more into the pants. And if you just think about stretching in general, anytime you stretch anything, you can fill it with more things. And so if you stretch yourself, you can fill yourself with more things. You can fill yourself with more knowledge. You can fill yourself with more finances. You can fill yourself with more love. You can fill yourself with more understanding. You can fill yourself with more grace. You can fill yourself with more peace. So if you need to be stretched, I encourage you to begin stretching today. It doesn't matter about yesterday.
That's awesome.
All that only matters is today.
Listen, how can they get more of you? Now, I know you got a website. Talk to them about your website so they can stay connected to you to get more of this.
My website is davidagethersspeaks.com. You can go there and
You know what? Spell that out for me.
DAVIDAGETHERSSPEAK. David A. Gethers Speaks. And that's my website. You can find me on there. You can find information about me, all of my contact information where you can reach me. And I promise you, if you book me, I'll come and transform your event and add to it and help you and the people that are with us become all that God has ordained for them to be.
Listen, hey, you heard it here, right here at the Mental Beast Radio. We just got off air. This is exclusive interview to people who listen to the broadcast. They're not getting this right now, so consider yourself. When you're a mental beast, you focus. You won't let nothing stop you and get in your way of the purpose that you are fulfilling in this life and the goal that you set out to accomplish, an assignment that God might have even had given you. And that's what it's all about. I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule this morning and to share your time with yours truly, Lamont Brown, the Mental Beast. And until we meet again, keep rising. God bless you.